From Hollywood, California, please welcome two Ginger Gems with Kate and James.
Hello, babe.
Hello, darling. Again?
Week two. Should we just say thank you to everyone straight away?
I think we should. All of them.
Tell us, you say about it, babe. How many? Hundreds.
Of thousands.
Hundreds.
Of thousands.
We are so grateful for everybody who
listened to our podcast.
And watched it on YouTube, which seemed very popular because we're on YouTube. And they watched the logo for
what day did we hit the million?
Minutes.
What day did we hit the million? Was that?
I don't know what day. I can tell you the hour. A couple of hours in, we were in the millions.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
No, well, it was
so
was very nice to see that people took a look and listened and enjoyed it. And we had some good feedback.
We had great feedback. And anyway, so here we are,
Here we are again, week two.
So how's your week been, darling?
It's been good. It's been really good. Thank you very much. Yourself?
Yeah, very good.
Anything exciting happening?
Do you know, so many exciting things happening, babe. Really a lot of things happening. I'm directing my first documentary. So I'm halfway through doing the rough cut now. It's about two magicians called the Pendragons. So we're really in the midst of that, hoping to partner with Film Independent, keeping our fingers crossed for their story lab. So yeah,
excellent.
So it's a really busy time at the moment.
Excellent.
But enjoyable, of course.
I'm doing a documentary myself. I'm working with a guy called Martin, and we're trying to put together a documentary about the life of my dear old friend, Mr. Hagman.
I love that.
Yeah, there's never been a documentary about Larry Hagman's life, and so we're trying to put that together, and we're in the middle of that, and it's slow, but it's getting there. We're doing some work on that, so that's been fun.
And he was the man who actually gave you helped you get your green card.
It's actually in about 2 weeks, it's 30 years to the day that I started my first ever job in television, which was on Dallas. And 30 years to this day,
I used to love that.
I was very young, and very, very young. And at the end of it all, I became friends with Larry Hagman, and he offered to sponsor me to stay and work in the US. And I've been here ever since, thanks to Larry. So I have that very strong connection to Larry and JR and the show Dallas.
And what else? What else about you had a very strong connection? Have you got a car? What's your number plate on your car?
I have a Ewing license plate on my car. Yeah, the Dallas thing kind of gets a little out of hand now. But I did.
What else have you got? Just go through a few of the things, darling, that you have.
When James gets into something, he really
gets into it.
Yeah. And I had my 40th at South Fork, and Larry came.
That was a long time ago now.
It was, and I had my 40th at South Fork, and my friends and family came over from England, and Larry showed up as my surprise guest, bless him.
Who didn't get there, babe?
You didn't get there, did you? You
No.
were invited, but you weren't able to come. You had a work
I had to
commitment,
work.
didn't you? At Dance with the Stars. They
I
did
had
a
to
pre-tape
work,
that weekend
and
with the Muppets.
Yeah, and I spent the whole weekend getting text message from you showing you driving on a helicopter. JR Ewing turning up.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. It was a really good weekend.
Yeah, I missed it. I'm very upset I missed that.
Yeah, so I got approached to do this, but all the important people were there. And I got approached to help with this Larry Hagman documentary, and so I agreed to do that. So
I love that, babe.
Yeah.
So look at me and you.
I know.
Doco specialists,
yeah,
babe.
And podcasters.
On
top of our
on
regular
top of
lives.
everything else,
Yeah.
as well as, I'm also an actor.
You're an actor.
Actually, I had some good auditions this week.
Oh, good.
We never talk about them. Oh, did you hear that?
No.
That was Goldie.
Oh, right.
That was Goldie.
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn, our dog, is here. And
first time on set, I guess.
Yeah, she might pop in a minute.
Yeah.
Probably.
So you had some auditions.
So I had some good auditions this week, and so just.
You were on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So Kate, tell us about
I was on
that
Curb Your
little show that you were on. Yes.
Now I can't remember. Let me just try and think what season.
6.
Season 11, episode 7, 21 minutes in. Oh, I've remembered. I was on that. My scene was with
anyone important?
Larry,
anyone relevant?
Larry and.
Anybody else?
Yes, hang on. I have to stop and just breathe before I say
this. About this.
Tracy Ullman.
Tracy Ullman.
No, you don't understand. Tracy Ullman. Tracy bloody Ullman, who's like one of my heroes growing up.
Life heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I
remember when you called me and you said, You'll Never Guess.
I was
And
on the
you were-
floor
you
by
were-
the
you
time
were
when I was
in a
calling you as
state,
well.
And they'd added, if I remember right, it was you and Larry.
It was supposed to just be me and Larry.
Then they'd added someone, and you
They
called
added
me in
someone.
this complete state.
I couldn't breathe.
You said, guess, you'll never guess, you'll never. And my first guess was Julie Walters.
I know, which was so close because she's my other.
Yeah.
Well, you knew how
And
much
then
I loved
second one
Julie
was
Walters.
Tracy Ullman.
Was Tracy Ullman?
And it
You
was
had
Tracy
it.
Ullman.
You had it in two. Because Julie Walters. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's
But
another
Tracy
one. My
Ullman-
two favourites.
But Tracy Ullman. And it was during COVID.
During COVID,
Yeah.
we had a lot of there was a lot of things put in order to make that happen. We were all over the place with the masks, and we had we had masks, and then we had the big helmet thing. Do you remember the helmet thing that people had pulled up and
with the face mask?
The face, what was it? Like a
face
visor,
shield, like a face shield.
Yeah, we had the thing and the visor. I mean, lucky for me, my scene was literally at a front door, so we were basically outside.
Right.
So but a lot of fun. And can I just say, they say don't meet your heroes. Absolutely meet your hero if it's Tracy Ullman, because she was absolutely fan-bloody-tastic. She was amazing. She was
Incredible.
So lovely, so kind. I mean, she couldn't have been more welcoming. And I was just, I literally had to open the door, and then standing there we didn't rehearse or anything, and it's all improv. So they say, this is the scene. Open the door. Larry, Tracy's there. Off you go. You've got to get him in the house to meet your husband. So I was like, oh my God. So I opened the door, and that was the first time I saw them.
Was it really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I was just like, oh my God. You can actually see that, I have to say. And I think they actually did do the first take of that, because I was like, I looked at her, and I couldn't look at her. And then I looked at Larry again, and I was just like, Larry. But that was real, because I was like, just so, but Tracy, wow. Do meet your heroes. Have you met anyone, baby, who was your hero?
Larry.
Oh, Larry. And he didn't disappoint.
No.
Look, he was amazing.
It was
Got your
incredible.
Green card.
Yeah. Very, very, very sweet, very generous man. And iconic. I mean, it's J.R. Ewing. I mean, I never really knew I Dream of Jeannie, but I always knew him as J.R.
Yeah, I never knew
And
that.
so it's only moving over here that I'd learned about I Dream of Jeannie and realised that as many people now know him as they do from Dallas. I guess in my job and yours, you don't really have to interact with them that much, but just over time, you kind of get to know certain people, you get to meet certain people, or interact with certain people. And, and there's all this talk about how kind of, don't meet your heroes, or, there's a lot of egos and everything, but there's also a lot of really cool people.
Really cool people.
Really cool people.
Like Tracy Ullman.
Tracy Ullman.
Yeah.
I'd go, Dolly
and
Parton.
JR.
Dolly
Parton, she's lovely.
Whoopi, big fan.
Whoopi, you're a big fan of Whoopi.
Mr. Bergeron, Mr. Winkler, all good
Bergeron's
people.
lovely. Yeah.
All good people.
Yeah. It's nice,
But,
though, that there are. Of course, there are some right shitheads, aren't there?
Yes,
as well,
there's some
Mo?
right shitheads as well. But truthfully, if they're a shithead, you stay out of the way. You don't need to deal with these people. So, and we all know who they are.
God forbid
Well, I wouldn't say we all know who they are, but you usually find out pretty quick. So
Yeah, because usually they just very rude, very quickly.
Yeah.
As if you say hello and they say fuck off.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Buscemi.
I've never. Who was it? Babe?
I think I heard. I think I heard what he said, but I don't know if we need to go there again.
Go on, say
No,
it.
it's fine.
No, say it.
Buscemi.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi.
Not the nicest of fellows.
Not the nicest guy. And I'm going to say another one. It's not going to be popular. Clint Eastwood. What a arsehole he was.
Oh, really?
Sorry. But yeah.
He'd probably acknowledge it and admit it and embrace
Oh, yeah,
it.
I think he'd say, yes, I am.
We was on a plane with my cousin Claire, and we got on and we walked past, and Sybil Shepherd was sitting in the front of the plane, and it was a Southwest plane to Oakland. It was hardly a private jet. And we walked past and saw this Sybil Shepherd. And we walked past, and I was like, and she just kind of sat with her head down. I thought, well, she'd keep herself to herself. Not for long. She was up every 3 minutes of the
really
flight.
loud.
Up loud, keep kind of commenting about her bag being in the overhead. She kept looking down the back of the plane. She made sure that she was sat at the front, so that when she stood up, everyone was facing her.
She's on stage.
She was
at the front, though.
She wanted every
Where
single
else would
person
she
to
be?
see her.
Sybil Shepherd.
Yeah, with a carry-on going to Oakland, because she didn't want to pay for the expensive flight to San Francisco. Oh my God. Bless her.
So bringing it back to modern times.
Yes, darling.
Let's
Yes, darling. We've gone down the old Hollywood road.
What did you guys watch this week?
Traitors.
Traitors. Straight in.
Better episode this week, Traitors.
Much better episode this week.
Yeah.
And Go
Mr.
on.
Ballas.
Mr.
Ballas.
Ballas,
He's
hello,
getting more
Mr.
and more featured as he goes
More
on.
and more featured.
Like first week, you only saw him when he read his name out,
know.
and now he's actually kind of quite a strong player in it.
He's in the finals now.
Yeah.
He's in the finale.
Yeah.
Straight off, the finale's next week, and
he's
he's
good
in
lad,
it.
Mark Ballas, good lad. I'm
love
hoping he just
Mark.
really. I feel he might be in trouble because I think that he might be an easy one to get rid of. But you disagree.
I disagree with you. I think he's actually played a blinder of a game. I think he kept quiet at the beginning, so he went very under the radar before everybody started saying, "Oh, they're not saying anything, so they might be the traitor." You know. Now he's talking. They think Eric's the traitor because he's not saying anything. So he's kind of played that seesaw really well, I think.
Yeah.
And the whole mess up this week with Rob and that what were they on that like
carousel thing
going round and round, and him losing the plot because Rob didn't get a seat, and he bloody went for Mark, and Mark was like, "What?" You know, and you could see the cogs in his head. Yeah. You know, they started to turn, and then I think it was the chef. Is it Kristen? Who was saying like, you know, I think it might be Rob, and he was like, "What?" And you could see him thinking, hang about, you know, and that's two little things. And then Rob kind of was losing it a bit. I think he was like, because usually he's like being cocky last week. Remember we were saying,
he's starting
nothing to say.
Cracks are starting to
he's lying on the sofa, arms up, smiling, grinning. But this week, it's a different Rob.
Yeah.
And then to attack the person who's supposed to be.
I think Mark's either going to be the next one to go, or he's going to win it. What else have we been seeing this week for people who...
I went back to... If you listened last week, you remember James saying about Love Story.
Right, the
10 minutes.
The Kennedy thing.
Yeah. So I hadn't watched it last week, and I said, I'll take a look.
I thought you had watched it.
No, I hadn't watched it last week. And you said you watched like 10 minutes, but then you got distracted. I did watch it this week, and I love it. But I love it for a lot of reasons.
Well, you love the clothes.
I love the clothes. I love her fashion. And she's a sassy little thing too. I really like the character. And on top of that, it's set in like the early 90s. 90 and 92 or 94 they're in now. But I worked in New York in 93. So everywhere they're going...
I think I was still at school.
...is where...
Just a spring chicken.
I mean, I was an intern, babe.
Oh, okay.
I was very young. So everywhere they're going, even they went to an Indian restaurant, and I know that Indian restaurant, they talk about Nell's. I know Nell's, you know, and the M Cafe, and all the places they're going to. And then I remember going back to that time, you always used to see him on his bike. He's always on his bicycle.
Right.
And I was he's in the East Village. She was in the East Village living there, so he was there all the time. So one day everybody used to see, I mean, we used to go and they say, I saw JFK Jr. Used to see him. And you know another one I used to see all the time? Because I worked for hher. I worked for the vice president of hher and the officers, and they were in the Fendi building on Fifth Avenue. So at lunchtime we used to go to Central Park, you know, 2 blocks up. You know, I used to see a lot. Robert Redford running around Central Park.
I can't picture Redford being a runner.
Oh, yeah, running around there.
This is a long time ago. It was much, much younger.
93, he was there, running. We used to always see him. I never spoke to him or anything, but I used to be like that because I was crazy about the way we were. And, hang on, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. How is anybody not?
I watched that on
one of the best movies. Those two.
I watched
the
it
chemistry.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Babe, it stood up. Has it stood up? Stood up?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, there's one classic for you. Jump into that one. And Paul. That's
the good
Paul
thing about
Newman.
that is I kind of knew it didn't end well, but I didn't know how it ended.
What?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Didn't
I didn't know how it ended. I knew it didn't end well.
So you'd never seen it
Because
before?
there was some comment. I remember seeing something on something where they said, "Well, we all know what happened to them, don't we?" And I was thinking, "Well, no, I don't, but I guess it's not good."
So you've never
I've not seen it
before? That's the first time you've just seen it?
Yes, on a plane.
My God, babe. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm sorry, Mickey. But Mickey, by the way, is not only the executive producer and researcher and props and da-da-da, he's also the old ball and chain. So, hot mic. But yeah, I mean, my God.
So while we're on classic movies,
yeah, have you got one for this week, babe?
Well, my one for this week is one. We're talking about Paul Newman, and I really like Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, okay.
And I get that. When we when I worked on Dallas back in '96, George Kennedy was in Dallas. He played a character called Carter McKay, but he was in Cool Hand Luke, and I think he got the Oscar for supporting actor for Cool Hand Luke. But he was saying that the one thing he gets asked more than anything out of his entire career was not about what he did, but he gets asked about Paul Newman and the hard-boiled eggs, because in the film he had to eat like 50 hard-boiled eggs or something. And he always gets asked, how many did he actually eat and all that sort of stuff. But that is still, that very good movie, still holds up. And I would say if you're going to go back and watch one of these old kind of classic movies and you don't want to go way back into the black and white kind of 50s thing, which I'll get to in a second, I think Cool Hand Luke is a really good movie to watch. But going back to the 50s in black and white, I did watch All About Eve based on your comments last week. And I...
loved it.
It's a long movie.
Leading the witness, Your Honor.
That's the problem. See, remember, that's the problem right there.
2.5 hours.
It's a lot, but that's what movies. Do you know? It's like when you go. Talking about movies. I went to Wuthering Heights. That was 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like 2 hours 20 minutes. Most of them, are, because you're supposed to lose yourself in it. But nowadays, people are just so thingy of like. Scrolling and doing things too quick. People don't have the capacity anymore to watch something for, that amount of time.
I mean, you can't watch a movie at home.
I can't watch a movie at home. I can't.
Well, I must admit, I
get distracted.
I wasn't sure I was going to get all the way through All About Eve, but I did. But I know we look at different things, but I kept looking at the set. One, the fake, you think? The fake view out the window.
Her apartment and everything.
The apartment,
I love it.
But there's very narrow stairs. Very narrow stairs.
1950s,
There's a big curved staircase
Everybody
going up that they all
small.
sit on, and it was.
Everybody was much thinner.
Yeah, and we look at different things.
Smaller.
There's a big oil painting on the stairs of her in character, and I think, I wonder what happened to that. Where's that these days? Did they throw it away? You wouldn't throw that away.
That's
it's an oil painting.
Production designer head you're watching it with. That's how you watch things. Yeah, that's cool.
Studio.
And I do that as well. I'm more watching sometimes the fashion than I am watching, anything else. Sometimes I watch a movie if I know there's good fashion in it.
Yeah, if we're watching something and there's no good fashion on it,
there's a
50-50 chance that she's out.
Yeah.
I watch Coronation. I watch Coronation Street. I don't think there's ever been good fashion on Coronation Street. It used to be on Dallas, but it's pretty scary to look at now.
Dallas, the thing with me would, I've said it a million times, but the earring, taking the earring off and picking a phone up. I mean,
no one would answer the phone without taking an earring out.
No, that was when we went to Southport.
That
was the first thing.
That was for Larry's memorial.
For Larry's
do you remember
memorial, we went, and we were at Southport, and I took the earring off, didn't I, and picked the phone up there.
Yeah.
I just had to do it because to me that was rich. Do you know what I mean?
That's what rich people do.
Glamorous and rich when I was growing up.
Or can't answer the phone with an earring.
They take off their fake earrings.
It's a clip earring. Clip on.
I'd never noticed that until you said it. But I remember when Dallas was on back in the day, one of the things they used to laugh about was that they used to be in, Southport, which is supposedly this big grand mansion that isn't that big. And then they'd go to the closet and they'd open the door and all the big, very expensive dresses were all on wire hangers.
Oh, no wire hangers.
No wire hangers. So
did you like Wuthering Heights?
Tell us about Wuthering Heights.
I'm really glad I didn't go see it with you.
Okay, well, number one, there you hear Mickey say, I said to Mickey, babe, do you want to come and see Wuthering Heights? No. So I text James, I said, babe, do you want to come and see Wuthering Heights? Crickets, nothing. So I said, right, I'm going to go and see it because, well, it's not that, I just wanted to see it, right? So I went and, how can I I don't even know how to say this nicely. I know how I'm going to start this. The best thing about Wuthering Heights was the trailer for The Bride before it went on.
Cannot wait to see that.
I cannot wait to see The Bride. But let's go back to it. Wuthering Heights. And nowadays, I don't know what it is with, there's this whole thing going on, the Bridgerton thing, the old corsets, and they're trying to take women back years. That's why I'm looking at it. I think they want us to go back to being, all, breathy and like, who's going to save us? Where's the man to save us? Breathy and bacon, did you say?
Yeah.
Breathy and bacon. Yeah, breathy and bacon. And so that's all sort of, and in novels as well. There was a novel I read. I can't even tell you what it was because it's so frigging bad. I only got into the first few bits, but it's like I don't like that. I don't like,
Do you really think that's what it is?
Yeah, I bloody well do, babe. And but anyway, so I'm watching it, and for me, Wuthering Heights is like, they're wild, they're feral, those two, Kathy and Heathcliff, and they're like, but I didn't feel that. They tried to have them do a bit, running around a bit, but no more than, me and Mickey do at the park Wasn't feral at
Feral?
all, babe. Wasn't feral
feral
at all.
at the park?
No, just run around, running through the park or something.
No,
It was-
Goldie
like to
shouldn't be
see
the
you
only
run.
one that gets to
I
pee at
always
the
run
park.
through the
Go
park,
to the
babe.
park.
Babe,
You only
I-
run if there are a lion chasing you.
Oh my God, babe. If you're not, I used to do 5Ks.
You and Robert Redford.
No, I didn't. No, I wish I
You
had.
wouldn't
With
have to-
Robert Redford, I'd have chased him round that park. I wish I had. I didn't back then.
All
Back
right,
then I
so
was just
Wuthering
like,
Heights.
there
Is
he is. Oh
that-
yeah,
is
Wuthering
that-
Heights. So what I'm going to say about that is,
Thumbs up or
same
thumbs
old,
down?
same old, same old, same old. I didn't like either of the characters, so that didn't help. Okay, Mickey, put your fingers in your ears. Now he was quite hot. Long hair and the beard, yeah.
Right.
Then it was happening a little bit, I have to say.
Right.
But then he went away and got rich and came back with a bloody Princess Diana haircut and all dandied up, and then there was nothing going on.
Any
There was-
bloke with a Princess Diana haircut.
Like I said, God,
problems.
Yeah, it is. It's Princess Di. The friggin' his hair. They cut it like Princess Di. I'm not even kidding you. Go watch it.
No. Next thing, Mickey.
Good choice.
Yeah, sorry. That was definitely not Gem. Go on.
I think last week you were trying to remember the Paul Newman documentary, right?
Oh, were we?
No.
With Joanne Woodward. Did we not talk about that last
no,
week?
no,
The
no.
last-
Last week we
the
talked
last
about
movie-
Paul Simon.
The last movie
Paul
star.
Talk about Paul
Simon.
Simon.
Paul
I'll tell you about
Simon,
Paul
babe.
Simon. I'll
But
tell you about-
also Paul Simon.
Yeah, but no.
I'll tell you about Paul Simon.
Paul Newman.
I went to watch Paul Simon documentary, and this is annoying. I don't know what I was looking on, Netflix or whatever. Go to Paul Simon. You can't watch this because your subscription doesn't include this. So I thought, well, I'll watch All About Eve. Your subscription doesn't include it. So I go on Amazon.
all the time, yeah.
Your subscription doesn't include this.
Yeah.
So you've got all these things. It's annoying now that even you have all these things, Netflix, Hulu, all that sort of Amazon, and now most of the stuff that's on there, you have to pay. I looked at something on. I have
Everything's
BritBox.
extra.
I have
Everything is
I have
extra,
BritBox, which has the English stuff on it for Coronation Street and things. And I click on something there, and it said, you can't see this without BritBox Plus. I've never even heard of BritBox Plus. Everything now is like, you get everything. We spend a fortune getting all these streamers, but now they've all got an additional level that you have to get for things you want to actually watch.
Yeah.
So I
Everything's
watched All About
extra.
Eve on Dailymotion.
Oh yeah, we watch it on that. You get it, but a lot of these old films are actually you get the whole thing on YouTube.
No, but the
now.
other thing, you think about that, it was on like, say, Amazon Prime or whatever it was. I tried to watch All About Eve. It's not like it's not like Hamnet. It's a 75-year-old movie, but you have to
1950, yeah.
you have to subscribe to some
76.
premium channel, premium version of the thing you're already paying for
Yeah.
to watch a 75-year-old movie. So I didn't. Well, I did.
No.
I watched it somewhere else.
But YouTube, they're all on YouTube.
So I haven't seen
everyone,
I still
so
haven't
if you
seen the Paul
watch it.
Simon documentary.
In
I don't know
Restless
what
Dreams.
Mickey's talking about.
What
the
was
Paul
it
Newman
called?
documentary.
In
Simon.
Restless Dreams.
In Restless Dreams.
Yeah.
And
It's
what's
a
that one?
two-parter.
It's a two-parter.
HBO Max.
And is that the Paul Simon
the
or the
Paul
Paul
Simon
Newman
Paul
one?
Simon.
Okay.
But Paul Newman, I know what you're talking about. We're talking about the.
Yeah, I think we must have been talking about
Yeah,
it separately.
It was. It's called the last movie stars.
Yeah.
The Last Movie Stars, about him.
Directed
and
by Ethan Hawke,
Ethan Hawke and Martin Scorsese
producing.
producing it. It's really
good?
good. It's a 6-parter, and it's basically their love affair between him and his wife. 50-year love affair between him and his wife, and it is actually I didn't know a load of this, so it did. Yeah, it is a really good watch.
Okay.
Talk about Martin Scorsese. Another documentaries jumping in here with them all. Martin
Mr.
Scorsese, Mr. Scorsese,
So good.
directed by Rebecca Miller, and I am going to say it.
Say
babe.
it. Say it,
Rebecca
babe.
Miller, who I met at the TGA Awards a couple of weeks ago. She would. Another. She's a Tracy Ullman. Meet your heroes. Meet bloody Rebecca Miller. She's absolutely amazing. She's
was lovely.
a film director. She was so gorgeous. She won for Mr. Scorsese,
Yeah.
and I think that's a 6-parter as well. Mr.
It is.
Scorsese.
Yeah.
It is so good.
5 or 6.
Oh yeah, it is literally for the last year. I would say that's the best documentary I've watched in the last year. I actually went and spoke to her because I just adore her. And can I just say, going back to fashion, she had this white suit on, kind of 70s vibe to it, with a black shirt, giving a nod to John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. And I saw her from across the room. I didn't know it was her. I saw the outfit first, and I was like, okay, that's a cool woman. She looks amazing. And then when she won, the woman jumped up and ran up, and it was her. And I was like, oh my God, it's the only person I really wanted to see there. Look on the list of the directors that are going to be at the DJ Awards. She was the one I wanted to see, and Chloe as well, to be honest.
So next Saturday, we have the Art Directors Guild Awards that I'm nominated for, as we
Yes.
mentioned last week, for Dance with the Stars. So Steve, who is the art director I'm nominated with, alongside two others, Rebecca and Natasha. We're all going to go next Saturday, but Steve and I went out the other day to get our tuxedos.
Ooh.
And we've got it's Dance with the Stars, so you've got to be a bit silly.
Flashy.
So I'm in red velvet paisley tuxedo.
I love
and Steve's
it.
in purple velvet.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to either look very cool or ridiculous.
Or camp. You just look very campy, you think. But it looks
It's not
amazing.
the look we're going for. But
Velvet paisley, babe.
velvet paisley.
Like what's he called?
John Waters.
John Waters or the
I don't know.
Austin Powers.
I'd go for Austin Powers.
Austin
yeah,
Powers.
maybe more Austin Powers.
Austin
but
Powers,
So
yeah.
that's next week. So
I love
by the
that.
time we do next week's podcast,
We might have a winner on here.
I don't know, but I think I'll probably be telling you what we did when we didn't win. I'll tell you how early we snuck out.
Babe, you've got to put it out there. Remember?
Yeah,
Remember
we'll
all your
see.
manifestation, all your JR, all your Dallas. Put it out there. Put it out there.
I'm going to
But
wear.
that's something to
I'm
look
actually
forward
wearing J.R. Ewing's belt as a good look.
For luck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
And then you can just rub it before they.
I don't want to be. Don't want anyone seeing that. I'll do it when I'm on stage. That'll be a good look.
Give it a good old.
That'll be a good look.
Give
behind
it a
the
polish.
mic, behind the podium.
Give it polish. Oh my God.
All right. What else?
Pull a card.
So
Pull a
Pull a
card.
card. So we did this last week. Or
Yes.
You did this last week.
I
This
pulled
is
a
very
card.
much your thing. What are we doing? What's going on here?
Basically, I'm pulling a card. These are oracle cards.
What's the difference between oracle and tarot?
Well, tarot is very set. So if I said I pulled the Two of Swords, everybody will know what it is.
Except me.
Yeah, except you. But most people would know, or if anyone who knows tarot will know it. These are my oracle cards, and you, whatever I pick, it comes from your intuition. So however it affects you, then you could. When I do a reading, I'll put it out, but I'm working with somebody when I do a reading.
More interpretive.
Yeah, and we can interpret it together.
So whatever card you come up with here?
Yes.
Is this?
I'm just doing it for the week ahead.
For the week ahead for
Just
us?
for
the week
everybody.
ahead for
No,
people in general? Or
for everybody.
For Ross?
Everybody. No, for everyone. Yes, for Ross. Yes,
It's
for
a
Eddie.
it's a global pick.
It's just like, what should we? It's just to give everybody an extra little something to think about
Right,
for the
do it.
weeks. If
Let's do
something
it.
happens in their life,
Do
you
it.
know. Okay. Last week was crazy. Last week was crazy to get like the source card.
Right.
Let me just half them again. Okay, let's see
Right.
what we get. Ooh, past lives. Past lives. So that just means one thing. That means that a lot of things is going to happen this week, and it's going to have a very deja vu feeling for you. So you're going to be feeling like, oh, this felt like this happened before.
Yeah, like me sitting here.
Yeah, we're sitting here because did it last week.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, past life card is fantastic for deja vu, for knowing you're on the right path. Because if you feel, oh, this feels very familiar to me, follow that. Familiarity does not breed contempt today. It breeds follow that dream. Also, you might find some ancestors popping up this week, which is strange because last week my dad was all over the place. I mean, it was crazy. Every turn was my dad. I just quickly tell you, I'm getting a new car, and I've been waiting for this car to be shipped from England. And they finally said when it's leaving, and it's going to be leaving on the 1st of March, which was Mitzi, my cat's birthday. And it's going to be arriving on March the 23rd, which is my dad's birthday. And he was around all last week. So past lives, ancestors, deja vuing, follow that instinct when you say, this feels familiar to me. Follow it. It feels familiar to you because you're supposed to be going through it. Maybe a karma, living again, whatever you lived in a past life. But yeah, good card. So everybody, ancestors, tune into your great-grandma or something and see what happens this week. But that's exciting.
Thank you very much. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Okay.
So we are
quickly.
What
Let's
made
go
the
over
gems?
what made the gem cuts.
What made the gem cuts this week, babe?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh, Butch Cassidy. we
Yeah.
talked
Cool Hand
about.
Luke.
Cool
Yeah.
Hand Luke.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that was very lukewarm, James.
Cool Hand Luke Warm.
Cool
Cool Hand Luke.
Hand Luke. I think also the Paul Newman documentary definitely made. We had a few good documentaries.
Oh yeah,
this
Viewer's
week.
Choice by CBD.
Oh, we had a Viewer's Choice.
Real quick.
KCB Davis, Diane Warren, great, called Relentless. It's so good.
Say
yeah.
thank you, everybody.
Thank
Oh,
you
is
very
that-
much.
is that- okay, that's
Same.
it for our gems. Okay.
Same
So,
week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you again.
Thank you for everyone
Thank you
for
for everyone
listening.
listening, and
See you next Tuesday.
Tuesday.